fewer people are volunteering since the pandemic, and experts say that could have a long-term negative impact on local communities. Fox 55's Brianna Bias is live in studio this evening to explain why we are seeing this trend. Bree, what did you find out?
Well, Tara, local governments can really only do so much to help people in need. It's the local nonprofits and community organizations that help to fill in the gaps. But as volunteerism declines, one Fort Wayne organization I spoke to today says they absolutely cannot afford to replace all of the value of their missed volunteer hours.
We need another box.
Kelly Bauman with Associated Churches never used to have trouble getting enough people to sign up as volunteers.
I used to have probably 15 groups a month that wanted to come in. Now if I have 3 or 4, that's a pretty fair amount.
It all changed after the pandemic, and now just 2 weeks away from their biggest food drive of the year, they're still short.
We need over 100 volunteers between all those sites. And last year we could not get all the volunteers we needed.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, volunteerism dropped 7% between 2020 and 2021, and that trend has continued to decline.
Declines in participation in volunteering mean we're having more openings, more gaps in that safety net, and so more people, during a time when there is more suffering in the country, will be suffering more and getting less help.
IU professor Matthew Baguetta says the government can only do so much to help people. It's community organizations and their volunteers that fill in the gaps. But he says amidst the current economic decline, volunteering has taken a backseat in many people's minds.
People are more likely to volunteer if they have financial stability at home and the time available to go out and do volunteering.
Despite having a lack of financial stability, he still encourages people to find places to volunteer.
It connects communities together. When people go out and they participate together in these organizations, they're making new connections with people beyond their family or beyond work.
And he says it fortifies communities.
You may not always get to meet the person you're helping or the person who's getting the food, but we couldn't afford to pay, you know, what the volunteer hours are worth.
And if you have a little free time on your hands, Bauman says they have their annual Stamp Out Hunger food drive coming up on May 13th, and they still need a lot of volunteers. You can find a link to sign up through this story on our website at WFFT.com. Live in studio, I'm Brianna Bias, Fox 55 News.